Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the collective read for the Twin Flame Collective for highly level soulmates, earth angels, star seeds, light workers, however you resonate under the spiritual umbrella. It has been a minute since I have posted, and it's because I have moved. So I will post the information to the community tab post for those of you who messaged me about sending, like, office space warming gifts, housewarming gifts. I will post that in the community tab post. I want to say to all of my new subscribers, I'm sending you so much love and light. To all of you who've been following me on my journey thus far, hugs and kisses. To those of you who messaged me wanting to book readings and sessions, go ahead, check out the website. Go over to the calendar, book your sessions. Remember, if it's anything with Akashic Records, past life regression, or twin flame healing, make sure those bookings are on a Sunday or Thursday, all right? Unless you reach out to me personally and we schedule a different day, okay? So with that being said, guys, make sure that you guys did your new moon manifestation. So again, on the website, Chrissy, the Crystal Indigo, it's www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. There are crystal packs. There's a manifestation pack. There's an Air of Abundance pack. There's the moon manifestation. That's what I'm speaking of. So you can work with the moon energy to bring in what it is that you want to bring into fruition, all right? And so if you guys need help with that, you can email me. Also, for those of you who have booked twin flame healing sessions for you and your divine counterpart, make sure you write your testimonials. They have been beautiful. The exchange is very affordable. I heard somewhere where they're charging like $300 to $500. My exchange is only $111, I believe. And again, this energy work is very strong, especially if I encounter a divine masculine whose energy and their past life work is very heavy. That has happened to me where we really can get knocked on the floor because their energy is so strong, and we're trying to do the healing and work through their traumas and things to break loose. So, yourself and your divine counterpart can be on the path towards healing and coming into union with each other. If you have questions about that, email me immediately. Other than that, don't want to talk too much. Don't forget to get your herbal packs as well. The COVID is gaining momentum. Again, you guys can order your moringa. Also, for your herbs and your spiritual gifts, you can order whatever herb you look at. Like for your site, you can get, it's called the Almighty One, I believe. I believe I'm correct on that. But it deals with those who have the gift of sight, who are clairvoyant. All right. And so if you click on the herb or the tea when you are at the Etsy shop, Chrissy Crystal Indigo, that's my Etsy shop handle, or over on my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com, it'll help you understand what herb to get to help support you along your spiritual journey and with your spiritual gifts. All right. So again, if you guys would love to donate to the channel, you can. You guys are really amazing with your donations. I shouted you guys out, my 3 lovely ladies, last month. You guys are awesome. Some of you in the beginning of the month of November. If you can't afford to donate to the channel, subscribing to the channel is the same form as an energy exchange donation. Or follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo is the same form as an energy exchange donation. Sorry, guys. Don't want to talk too much. I know some of you guys don't really like that, but I have to get all the information out, and I haven't been on for a while due to me transitioning to my space. All right. So we're going to dive into the reading right now. And what I asked Spirit was to show us what is happening with the divine counterpart. I know a lot of you guys may be, or some of you guys may be on the same wavelength as myself. Others may be on the same wavelength as others. But for those of you who resonate on my wavelength, I'll communicate what's happening a little bit with my journey. And if that matches, then we are on the same wavelength. So coming out, we have the Chariot. So for the collective, you know, there's going to be movement forward. Again, there are a lot of you who have past life energies in Egypt. So start looking at, you know, artifacts and reading up on Egyptian culture, looking at photos, because you may see some images where you can say like, oh man, I look like this person, or, you know, my divine counterpart looks like this person. You know, you've had many lives for some of you, right? And so there's going to be movement forward. This is the number 7. The stars represents divine source, God, spirit. But what this is saying is someone's moving forward. They're very confident. They're very sure. And with him holding his hand on his heart chakra, this is the first time I really paid attention to that. Their heart chakra is opening. Now for the divine feminine, you may have been feeling a lot of heart palpitations, like, you know, energy in your heart. And you're trying to figure out like what is happening with you. Again, you're getting light codes, you're getting downloads, you are ascending. And with that being said, also with your divine counterpart, their heart chakra is opening up as well. You may notice that they're a little bit more patient. Excuse me. A little bit more patient with you. Or they're starting to open up a little bit. They do go back and forth, but they're really trying to open up and meet you, you know, on a level that's comfortable for them. But with this Chariot coming out, it talks about movement forward, whether it be the divine feminine, whether it be the divine masculine, because the divine feminine, again, you are the leader. Okay. The next card out, we have the 8 of Swords. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And here we have this divine counterpart. Some of you may be watching for a soulmate where, you know, they're coming through and they're removing the bondage. They're really setting you free. They're really removing the blindfold from your eyes. They're here to protect you. They're here to allow you to know that you're safe. Now, a lot of you may be seeing this energy in the 5D. So for example, with my divine counterpart, I know when my divine counterpart shows up in my vision strong, and when it's back to back, then I'm in my divine counterpart's energy, and my divine counterpart shows up in the reality, right? And so I know when that is happening, we're connecting, right, in the 5D. Now, your divine counterpart may not understand, but you understand because you feel that energy. And so as we get closer to December, January, you're going to see some different energies within your divine counterpart, all right? And again, it's going to be back and forth, up and down, around the corner, because they're really going through these ascension processes, and they're starting to really awaken, right? And they're really fighting against what they know they need to do, all right? But this is talking about them finally supporting you the way you need to be supported. The next card out, we have the Fool for the collective. So this could be divine feminine, divine masculine energy. But what this is talking about is stepping out on a new journey, really opening your heart and not, you know, having those doubts. Just saying, you know what, I'm going to leap, and I know the universe will catch me. So this is the energy for the collective. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of fighting this. I'm tired of not being able to open up. Let me trust. Let me have faith and know that all will work out well. All right? And that all is going to be fine. The overall energy for the collective, we have the Justice card. So with Justice, this talks about communication. This talks about scales being balanced. This talks about, you know, righting your wrongs. And 9 talks about endings, right? And so with this, we have communication. The communication is up. So for a lot of you in the collective that are tuned in, that are on this vibrational frequency, you are having communication with your divine counterpart, whether it be the 5D or the 3D, and know that justice will prevail. So if your divine counterpart hasn't been the best to you, hasn't been equally being able to be, you know, reciprocative the way you have been, know that everything is going to reverse. Those roles are going to switch, because more and more as we ascend, especially for the divine feminine is in his or her power, and they are taking the lead. We do fall back a little bit, right? We do get in those energies a little bit because we still have those remnants of third party energy, those emotions, what we're working through in regards to our healing. And so we're on that seesaw type of effect where we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down, right? And so with justice coming out as the overall energy, this is saying justice will be served. The, you know, everything is coming into completion with the number 9. And so you may be seeing 9s a lot. This is very important. Under that, for the collective, we have the Two of Wands. And so this is that twin flame energy where a lot of you guys are meant to be power couples in regards to your life path and purpose, what you're meant to do with each other in regards to raising the vibration for the new age of Aquarius. And so as you notice, even in the Scorpio season, as soon as Scorpio season hit, there was those heavy energies all over again. There were things coming up that you thought you, put to rest, but you handled it differently than you would have in the past. Have you guys noticed that? And so that's what I noticed within my connection. I handled it differently. If I felt like there was going to be an argument, if I felt like there was going to be, another ghosting moment, quickly transmute the energy. A lot of you guys have the gift of alchemy. So again, work on yourself, and your divine masculine, your divine counterpart will feel that, okay? And a lot of you are no longer looking at what you've lost. You are coming to the realization that there's so much more for you to gain from this. A lot of the divine feminines have moved out of that energy where they're blaming their divine counterpart or holding over their head about like a third party energy, or when they were played, or when they were disrespected, or when they were left out in the cold. They're in that loving, healing energy now where it's like, you know what? It happened. I know what we need to do to get this moving forward. And it's not so much about, marriage, kids, all of that. Personally, it's about the mission. And so for a lot of you guys who've been meditating and tuned in, that Spirit Source Divine God has been helping you. Your ancestors have been giving you information. For example, for me, my ancestors asked me, my spirit team, just be still. We got it from here. We'll take care of your divine counterpart. And so now for those divine masculines who are consistently, back and forth in that energy, divine spirit source has stepped in to give support. Okay. And so this is beautiful. So we're going to dive into the energies that wanted to show itself. And you guys like, share, comment. Please comment if this is resonating with you, because there's so many of you who don't speak in the comment sections that want to know, how to get through and how to support, how to get that support for your journey. All right. So we have the Ace of Cups. Initial MW could resonate with you. But again, Spirit, Divine Source, Spirit, God is offering, this gift in regards to the matters of the heart. And it's pure. It's going to match your vibration. All right. The next card out, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, with the Ace of Cups. That is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And with this, it's talking about give rather than receive. And so with the divine counterpart, with the divine masculine, they've always been in that energy of just receiving, not being able to give. And Spirit is trying to show the divine counterpart that it's okay to give. It's okay to offer equal reciprocity. It's okay to say, I love you if someone says I love you, and not be afraid of your emotions, or not be afraid of expressing yourself. And so this is the energy in regards to the divine masculine for sure. You have to understand that you have to learn how to give rather than take. The next energy out is the King of Wands. And so here, very confident, very optimistic. The leaves on that wand are so full, right? And so this person is very confident, very sure, observant, right? This is the energy. They're standing in their power, or sitting in their power, and have done their healing work. Hence the green, right? And so we have the 9 again, talks about endings. Here it talks about self-worth. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And so with this 9 of Pentacles, it talks about tending to your guarding, making sure you are good, making sure you always have that self-love energy to yourself, right? And you've gotten your enlightenment. You really know what it is that you're called to do and want to do. The next energy out, we have the 3 of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. So a lot of you in the collective, including myself, have patched up those wounds. Every time we heal, we're patching up more wounds, right? And so there's no more heartbreak. There's no more headaches. There's no more frustration as in regards to the matters of the heart, because we've been through that energy before, and now we're moving on a different vibration. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to say harsh words. I'm going to move on the vibration of love and light. And this is how, for the collective, those who are, tuned in, or I'm channeling to, you've moved into this beautiful energy of unconditional love. The next card out, we have the King of Cups. So again, with the King, this is very important because, let's be confident with our emotions. Let's be able to speak about our emotions. Let's make sure that our cup is full, right? And we also have enough to give to the next person, all right? The next card out, we have the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And so with this coming out, it talks about planting your seeds, sowing your seeds, being confident enough to know that you can walk away and do it all over again. So Spirit is allowing you to see that, with your gifts, with your purpose, it doesn't matter what road you take, you're going to be able to sow your seeds and be abundant. But again, meditation is so important right now. Grounding your energy is so important right now. Being more of an observer is so important right now, because that way you know how to move within your connection. The next card out, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Again, this person is standing here and looking at everything that they've built, everything that they've manifested. Like, wow, right? Look at this. And so it's coming right true before your eyes. Look at myself. A year I put on my manifestation list. I want to be by the water. I want to be by the water. Spirit, divine source, God did not only put me by the water, they put me right in front of it. So when I wake up in the morning and I open my eyes, right through my mini blinds, I see nothing but water. So you can't tell me that God isn't an on-time God. What's for you is for you, okay? The next card out is the Knight of Pentacles. And so this person isn't a king yet. They're a Knight of Pentacles. But again, we have that energy of coming forward, making an offer, being confident. Next card out, we have the Wheel of Fortune. 10 talks about completion. And what did we speak about earlier? Whatever road you take, it's going to lead you right where you're supposed to be. Again, look at Egyptian historic events, right? Because this is going to be very important for you, okay? Seraphim, angels as well. The next card out, we have 3. 3 talks about ascended masters, but this talks about, celebrations, purity, power, abundance. Like, this is what this card speaks about, right? And this is what we're leaning towards. All of you who have answered your calling, stepped on your divine purpose and path, mission, and just skyrocketed. This is what Spirit is talking about. Follow the path. Allow yourself to be led by the universe, and you cannot go wrong. All right. The next card out, we have the Four of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And so with this, as you can see, like, you are supporting your divine counterpart. You're being there for them as they go through their healing, as they go through their awakening journey, right? And so, this person looks like they're sleeping, but with the divine feminine, it's like, don't worry, like, I'm here, like, I'm supporting you, right? And that's what all of the divine feminines have been doing. The next card out is Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There's a lot of earth and air energy here. And so with this, it talks about, your seeds, what you're sowing. Spirit is trying to offer you something, and it's something that you least expect. Because when you walk down the street, say if a hand comes out of thin air and it has a bug on it, you're going to be like, okay, what do you want me to do with that? But it's what you least expect, and what you least expect is going to lead you to more abundance. So with your life path and purpose, all you have to do at night is just tune into Spirit, Source, Divine, God. Communicate truthfully, unconditionally from your heart, your desires. Ask them to show you, lead you, guide you, and they'll do the rest. But work, faith without works is dead, right? And so you have to put the work in. You have to match Spirit, Source, Divine, God's vibration. You can't ask for something and then don't do your part, because there's no equal balance there, right? So this is really beautiful, guys. Let's dive into the Twin Flame Oracle spread First spread out is for Divine Masculine. First card out is free will. This is also a card that wanted to show itself. So with the Divine Masculine, yes, they do have free will. But again, for some of you, in your soul contract, you signed up for your spirit, divine, source, God, whomever, your spirit guides, to step in when you and your divine counterpart got too far away from each other. And so when it starts getting rough, when it starts getting to be too much, or when it starts to feel like you're going to walk away forever, there's those guides there to support you and bring you back together. It's so magnetic, right? The next card out for Divine Masculine is ascending. And so again, a lot of the Divine Masculines are going through their ascension process. And some of them really don't understand what's happening to them, right? So for example, I can look at my divine counterpart and I look and I get so sad because I'm just like, man, you're going through it. And you aren't even confident enough to even open up to let me know because you're afraid of your gifts. My divine counterpart does not want to entertain anything spiritually at all. And so I have to help my divine counterpart from a different way, right? And so I have to sneak and like give healing, or I have to sneak and like, you know, in the 5D, get all the communication that I can to understand where that heart chakra is. What's happening with that throat chakra? Why are you so guarded and closed up? And so they're going through these ascending processes, but some of them, honestly, are not understanding it. And that's why Spirit, Source, Divine, God, with my message when I was meditating yesterday, don't worry, don't do anything else. We got it from here. The next card out, we have Divine Masculine taking action. So for some of the Divine Masculines in the collective, they're ready to move forward. But how do I do that? I'm ready to communicate my feelings. But how do I do that when I've been so quiet for so long, right? The next card out for Divine Masculine is Fifth Dimension. So again, whenever you guys get too far from each other, you'll start to see your divine counterpart show up in your visions, music, however the synchronicities come to you. But for sure, your divine counterpart is communicating with you on the 5D. They may not remember it when they wake up, but if they have had, you know, visions or dreams of you, then they understand. All right. Let's dive into Divine Feminine. First card out, Divine Timing. So Spirit is asking us, stay in your energy, keep your vibes high, focus on love and light, and you have to trust in divine timing. Everything will work out the way that it's meant to work out. The next card out is Dark Night of the Soul. And so I resonate this with that scorpionic energy. As soon as we went into Scorpio season, did you notice how it was a switch in your energy and how you felt, and just everything started to change? And it was like you were feeling the third party energies. You were feeling, you know, things from your past that needed to be revisited and release, you know, once and for all. And if you didn't read up on the information that was being posted, because I do post on my IG stories, it's very important that you do, because if you catch these energies before they, you know, plant or get down, then you're able to be ready for it. So say, for example, you know the Mercury retrograde is coming. Okay, I know what comes with the Mercury retrograde. Let me get myself prepared. That's why checking out those community tab postings and the IG story will help you a whole lot. It's better to be in the know than not know at all. All right. The next card out for Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine just wants a fresh start. All right, either we're going to do this or we're not. Because right now, I really understand where I'm headed in life, and I really want you to be a part of that. And in regards to that, your divine counterpart will always be in your heart, right? But what about the physical, right? Always be in your heart. But what about the physical? And the Divine Feminine is really pushing for that fresh start. You know, my life path and purpose, mission, I know that. I'm ready to do what I need to do. Not saying I'm forgetting about you or I never wanted to speak to you again, but I know that with this fresh start, we just need a fresh start. Excuse me, but it has to be an equal balance, equal reciprocity, right? The next message for Divine Feminine is received. Divine Feminine's been getting the messages. Divine Feminine's been getting so much information from spirit guides, source, divine, right? Your ancestors. Like, you're receiving the message. I've received it. And so that's why Divine Feminine is moving through these energies a different type of way. Even when it comes to conflict with the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine is shutting it down immediately. Okay, let me transmute this. Okay, let me, communicate this differently, right? And it's not that you're being, a puss or chickening out, but it's just that that energy needs to stay high vibe, right? The next card for Divine Feminine is Unawakened. And so this doesn't resonate with the Divine Feminine at all. This resonates with your Divine counterpart, because some of your Divine counterparts, your Divine Masculines, they're still fighting through their ascension. They're still fighting through their awakening process. And you're feeling this connection very strongly. On the 5D, they're feeling it too. But we need to get this to match in the 3D so there's an understanding, right? The next card out for Divine Feminine is Observer. This has come out quite a few times for Divine Feminine. And Spirit is just asking you, don't make a move. Just pay attention to what a person shows you. You see a person without seeing them. That's how you know what they really, stand by, right? So what do you do when I'm not here? What do you do when you feel that I'm not around? I'm trying to figure out different ways to say it, but you understand. Be observing, even with the third party energies, right? Because some of us are dealing with those energies in our connection. And what you have to do is don't call out everything. Say, okay, I'm gonna see how you play this. Because we know the Divine Masculine is so fearful of really losing the Divine Feminine, because the Divine Feminine has shown nothing but unconditional love, whether through fights, whether through arguments, whether through third-party energy, karmics. The Divine Feminine has still showed unconditional love, and Divine Masculine hasn't never met anyone of that energy before, right? So we're going to dive into the overall energy. We have Commitment. This is a card that also wanted to show itself. This is on your mind. This is on Divine Masculine's mind. That commitment energy, like, how can I do this? Like, how can I make this work? Because your Divine counterpart always have felt like they weren't good enough for you. And you guys have probably heard this from them. I can't give you what you require or deserve. I'm not good, now isn't the time. However they said it, but you're on the 5D level, it's like you guys are already in union, right? A lot of them are being guided at this time. So the energies that wanted to show itself. We have Metamorphosis. We're both going through changes, Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. We have Lessons, also codes, also vibrations, right? From Spirit, we're getting the information. Third-party energy, this is happening a lot within the collective. There's always something that's getting in the way of the connection, which allows the Divine Feminine to become stronger, right? And Union. So again, for December, January, if you guys have come into union with your Divine counterparts, I need you to write it in the comment sections, because I want the collective to know that there are unions happening, that it's not all this drama all the time, this low vibrational energy, right? So we're going to dive into the messages of love by Kristen at All Things Intuitive. First card out is Soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. You can look at this two ways. You could be, connected with your soulmate and know you have a twin flame. But for some, they choose the soulmate because it's a lot safer. And for others, your divine counterpart don't know what the heck the twin flame term is. And so they think you're their soulmate, right? The next card out is Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. So that most important spiritual lesson is self-love. Unconditional love, right? The next card out is Time Apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Sometimes you need that downtime to align things the right way, or allow spirit to align things the right way. Next card out. Wow. Twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. So not only did we get the soulmate card, but we also got the twin flame card. Because let's be real, let's be honest. You know, a lot of us in the collective, there's so many of us, you know, we know who our twin flame is. We have them in our hearts. We can never forget about them. We can never erase them from our mind, our memory, our codes. But some of you are going to decide to go with the soulmate because you feel the twin flame journey is just too much, right? Overall energy, release, radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? After I said that, the first thing that came to mind, that's what you need to release. Okay? Let's dive into the Moonology spread for you guys. For the Divine Masculine, we have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. What was we just communicating about earlier with the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card? It's so important right now for the Divine Masculines to realize that it's so important to give, to support, to help, rather than just take. For Divine Feminine, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So again, a lot of you guys have just been in stagnant energy where you're fearful that if you make that leap of faith or take that leap of faith, that you will lose your divine counterpart forever. No, you have to put you first. You have to understand that there's work for you to do. Your divine counterpart will catch up. And again, I'm not saying leave them alone, cut them off, because I do not want you in my comments saying your whole story, because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you to go back and watch the video. But here, this is talking about, you know, step out of your comfort zone. And for a lot of you, your twin flame, your divine counterpart, is your comfortability, right? And you need to understand that with or without, the show will go on, right? The overall energy, what do you need to release? That is the message. What do you need to release? And be honest with yourself. And ask Spirit, God, Source, Divine to help you be able to release without regret. And release from unconditional love. Okay? Let's dive into the Lightworker Oracle deck. For Divine Masculine. First card out, Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Excuse me. So, a lot of the divine counterparts, divine masculines, are going through their awakening right now. And they're not understanding it. That's where the mood swings come from. That's where them being frustrated come from. And again, you have to go with the universe. If you're chasing money, chasing a career, chasing other things, that's not how you bring it to you, right? For Divine Feminine, the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? I tell you, your cards are your cards. What are you clinging on to? Allow yourself, you know, time, space to face your realities, minus your divine counterpart. But what do you need to release, Divine Feminine? Overall energy, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay. Let's dive into the Life Purpose Oracle deck. For Divine Masculine, 2 cards wanted to come out. So for your life purpose, the card you got is Protected. Okay, the first one is Protected. It says you are safe and supported while you change your career. So a lot of the divine counterparts, divine masculines, are wanting to go through a career change, but they're trying to figure out, how will I take this off the ground, or how will this get off the ground? Support. Your life purpose fully supports you. So Spirit is saying, take a leap of faith. Know that you'll be supported in all that you do, especially where it concerns your life purpose mission. For Divine Feminine, strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. And when I got the deck out, this is what I saw at the bottom, and I just smiled. I was like, yeah, I know. Right? Overall energy. Sensitivity. So a lot of you guys are feeling the vibrations, you're feeling the light codes, you're feeling the downloads, you're feeling the shift in the energy in the air. This is because you guys are getting very spiritual, and it's so important. That's why I say I don't plug my products just to plug my products. This is things that I've picked out for you specifically that will help you on your life path and purpose journey. So those crystals, those herbal teas, all of that will help you. I'm telling you, you go to the website or go to the Etsy shop, you read the detailed description, and you'll be blown away, right? If you want to bring abundance, order the Moon Manifestation Pack. If you want to work on your twin flame energy, what crystals to wear to support it, order the Twin Flame Pack. If you want to be protected because you're becoming so light and vibrational, order the Protection Pack. When you put all those crystals in place, I guarantee you feel a lot different when you go in environments that are so toxic or so heavy, you know, with traffic of people, right? So it says sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. I can't remember a day when I went outside without one crystal, because it keeps me grounded. It keeps me aligned. And so for all of you guys with these twin flame connections, you know, you have free will, you have a choice. But again, ask Spirit, what are you being called to do? And again, if you're not understanding your twin flame connection or need support with that, on my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com, there is a twin flame healing session. Again, my exchange is affordable. Everybody will tell you I am very affordable. I'm that way because I'm doing my mission work. I'm not here to get rich or, you know, live a lavish lifestyle. I take care of me and do me because that's what I do. I shop. I have fun. Just because I'm spiritual doesn't mean I have to be a hermit. And I'm not going to be something I'm not. I love doing the things that I do, and I love communicating and helping and supporting you guys too as well. That's why I tell you, be yourself. If you shop, if you, you know, dress a certain type of way, just because you're spiritual does not mean you have to change the way you dress. Be you. This is how Spirit wants us to be, so that way we're able to communicate to others. If we're showing up like we're about to do a seance or put them through surgery, nobody will feel comfortable with you supporting them on their journey, right? So with that being said, guys, whatever you need, my email is in the description box below. You can reach out. Some of you guys have emailed me just saying thank you and showing your gratitude for me supporting you on your journey. I've been really busy. I will get to those emails if I haven't already. I know some of them I replied to, but this is it. This is me. This is what I'm supposed to do. And look what happened when you answer the call, when you do what Spirit is asking you to do. The doors open, flood wide. And I am so grateful. I'm grateful for all of you guys, because every time I get on here, I read your messages, I read your comments. I've only had to deal with only maybe a couple, you know, low vibrational comments, but that is good for having the channel for 2 years. Pretty, excuse my French, damn good. So again, we are family. We are our soul tribe. Whatever you need, whatever questions you have, put it in the comment section. Somebody will respond and help you as well. This is about people helping people, and this is us. This is what we're going to continue to grow, right? And so with that being said, I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. Check out the IG stories, because it's important information with these energies changing so much that you have to be one step ahead of the game before it hits. All right? I'll talk to you guys soon. Love and light. Take care.